pull off that connection somehow.
Yes, and what was I gonna say? I think this is going to be a meta, because this one has been proposed as a comedy, which makes me believe they're focusing on his Hollywood era, where he was a really good action movie star, but he didn't like being one because he felt that he wasn't taken seriously. He wanted to be in dramas and soap operas and Oscar bait films. So that's his whole thing, and there's just a lot of like meta commentary and humor that comes into it. Like, he's a very funny guy, and there's probably like a lot of self-deprecating stuff. He has an inferiority complex.
But moving on from that, we also got the confirmation that a solo Vision project has been greenlit.
Yes, called Vision Quest. Love the name. It's called Vision Quest. It's actually going to be made by the same people making Agatha: Coven of Chaos.
Which, considering that these two shows are split off from the remains of WandaVision, should be interesting considering they'll both have the same people working on it.
Yes, I just want more Paul Bettany. He's a very great actor, and he's been one of the He's one of the longest running actors with the MCU.
Yeah, considering he's been there since Iron Man 1.
Yeah, he's been there since 2008. And despite Jarvis being a minor character, Vision has become like a more major character. And so I really want to see a solo series for Vision.
Yeah, but
I wonder if they're going to take for his solo series an aspect of the Vision's storyline where he creates his own wife and children that are also synthezoids like him, and it's very uncanny. Like, I will show you the comic because it's a horror. It's like a horror novel. Like, it's a horror comic, but not, it's like psychological mundane horror. Like, you know what mundane horror is?
yeah,
It's that. And I wonder if this series will be that.
really news, considering it pertains to Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. But I just want to gush about it a little bit because we're getting more and more hints as to how much like Aztec inspiration we are getting behind Namor, which previous pronunciation they have now revealed through vignettes that come from the movie itself that they will now be pronouncing it Namor,
Yes.
which will probably be a little jarring for some people who have read the comics and understand his character. But they actually give an explanation as to why they're changing the pronunciation, which, if you see, the inspiration comes from El Niño Sin Amor, which translates...
I'm literally reading that right now.
I'm
literally reading that right now!
Which translates to the boy without love. Which, I don't know how that pertains to his character, but I'm so happy they're bringing some Hispanic, inspiration to his character, considering, he's in... His comics origin isn't really associated with Aztec culture at all.
Yeah.
They just added that just because, and it's very interesting. I really love that inspiration. Also because now I get to have my half of the film.
Yes. I'm perfectly fine with it as well because, well, I mean, Namor's whole thing was he was Atlantean, and I honestly think this is a much better. And Ryan Coogler has come out and said, Kevin Feige encouraged him to make these changes because it would make him less like Aquaman from the DCEU. And just judging off the trailers alone, yeah, they're completely separate characters.
Yeah. Especially because when he says it, he says Namor with the Spanish R trill,
which I really like, especially because Tenoch Huerta, he also had to learn an Aztec language for this role, so I'm very excited for him. Like, this movie has progressively gotten me more excited as time goes on.
Yeah, my specific heritage isn't linked to Aztec, it's more linked to Incan culture. But, I mean, still, Spanish representation is Spanish representation. I still love it.
Exactly. And I mean, we've been getting a lot of that with Jack Russell as well as Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
Who's the actor that played Jack Russell? He played the uncle in Coco.
Oh man, it's slipping my mind.
Yes, but I mean he plays Werewolf by Night, which is probably like the second best thing that came out this year of the MCU, followed by like only surpassed by Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Like Hispanic actors are going to be doing very well.
Yeah.
Especially because well, Giancarlo Esposito, he's not Hispanic, he's European.
There's also Xochitl Gomez.
Yes, there's Xochitl Gomez. Also, they want a Hispanic lead for Reed Richards in the casting.
Really?
Yes.
That is actually very interesting.
Yes, they want a Hispanic lead for Reed Richards,
which not my first pick, but you know what? It's going to be the leader of the Fantastic Four. I will take it.
Yeah.
But that also means you got to make. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's Sue Storm and Johnny Storm that are connected. Never mind. You can keep her the way she is.
I would prefer them to be white, and for if anyone to be. Actually, I wouldn't want to change Ben because
Ben's like the most openly Jewish of the Fantastic Four.
Exactly, he's the most openly Jewish. I would believe.